Hi everyone, it's Gail, and I am here starting the altered book. I had to restart this video. I'll explain that in a minute. But first I want to share these, and I want to say hi and hugs to Tamara and Donita and Betty. Thank you so much for watching and your kind comments. Okay, I want to share these because we may use them at some point here in this. I don't know. So anyway, these are from Artsology, and this one is called her Christmas background kit. And I've only printed a few pages, but I had to show you. It's a big kit. There's lots of pages in it, but aren't they pretty? And then my sweet husband, he printed some on just copy paper. So I'll show you those. They are not quite as bright as on my map photo paper, 26 pound from Red River. So those are the Christmas background ones. These are damask, and I thought I just printed the red and green. There's lots of different colors in both of these kits, but I just printed the ones I thought I could use in this particular project, maybe collage, whatever. But I just think they're beautiful. And then there's this one, and I thought this area in particular is kind of red and green, possibly. So there's those, and then also these that are not Christmas. This is her patch collage kit, and I printed this. I printed these. This one's Red River paper. This one is copy paper. Not a whole lot of difference, but this one's just a couple ticks brighter. Then there's this one, the blue one, a yellow one, and a purple one. So yeah, I just had myself a little shop over at Artsology. I will link her below. So this whole situation. So this is the book that I wanted to use for my altered book for this Christmas altered book. I started on it. You guys, it's just too fragile. I really wanted to make it out of this and have this cover, but I want an altered book. I didn't want to take out the pages and just use the cover. Well, I'm going to end up taking the pages out of this and using the cover because it's not going to work. It's just too fragile. However, now I have a great big pocket. So I'm just going to put that over with my pre-made ephemera stuff and set this aside, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, I was sad because I got started and I was like, oh, this isn't... I thought maybe I could glue some things in to make it stronger, but it's just not going to work. So we're back to our dollar store book. I might be able to use this in a Marguerite Miller or this. So I'm going to keep that. Okay, so here is our book. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make a template for the pages. Ooh, it's got a red, what do you call that? There's a name for it, but it's not coming to me at the moment. So I'm going to take this and just measure a page and see like how wide I want it, all that stuff. The nice thing about a dollar store book as well, besides the fact that the spine is super good and it's, you know, it's new, so it's all good that way. I lost it, whatever I was going to say. It'll come back at some point. Oh dear. Oh, I'm going to be calling the funny farm for your pal Gail here. Yeah, whatever. There's the template. So that way I can use this template to measure my pages for putting them in. Oh, see, these are not going to be as tall. That's okay, though. That's okay. But I can measure the width and cut them that way. Okay. So, oh, the nice thing about the dollar store book, it's back to me now that I'm on that same track, is I can take this much of it and make the pockets that I want to make. I was going to have to go page by page on that one because the pages were so fragile. So I'm going to cover this. This will be for writing. I can cover this probably with a label of some sort. Cover those bits, and then it can be written on in other spots. And cover this label. Label here, writing, and we're going to start here. I usually start with just a pocket, and I want some paper clips too, because as I'm putting this together and kind of getting, you know, several bits ahead, I guess is what I would say, several pockets ahead of where I'm working, then you can, and then I can clip them. But yeah, you can do that with that fragile book. I was going to have to go page by page. So anyway, so this is going to be clipped at the top. So I am going to pull out, I usually pull out 6 to 10 pages, depending. Sometimes 4 on some of the double pockets. So let's start out with pulling out 8 pages. Actually, I'm going to go 6 and see how it feels, because this book has 277 pages. It's not the thickest one I've ever done. So where am I at? I've got 4 there, 5. It's already going much better than the old book did. So this here will be a pocket. So I'll clip that together. Then on this page, let's just do a little pocket like so. So I'm going to pull out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is going to be folded like that to make a pocket on that page. Okay. So then before I put that on, this page is going to be a pocket too. Let's try and make them about the same. Okay. So this can go here. And then, oh, well, that's crooked. There we go. And then we'll pull out 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dollar store books, I'm going to apologize ahead of time if you see a bad word. I have gotten grief about that before, and you know what? That's why I'm covering it up. It's a dollar store book. Okay, so let's do that. Then let's leave these 2 pages. And here, what do we want to do? Let's do this one like a side pocket. This first one's going to be a top loading. Let's make this one a side. So let's take out 6 and then we'll start to decorate. So that's what I do, is just kind of do it in sections. So there's 6. Now what I'll do to indicate this is a side pocket is I'll put my paper clip here, right? Okay, so these, because it's a dollar store book and has bad words, these are going to be glue pages, okay? I'm going to set those up there with my glue pages. Been working on this, getting this book done. Okay, so what am I using? I'm using Rachel from Roxy Creations, her digitals. And I've got this one, which is her newest tall skinny type of digital. And so we can use parts of the pages, we can make pockets with it, whatever, but I'm going to use that. Then what I did is I printed a whole bunch, like all her Christmas digitals pretty much I printed. So those are ready to go, ready to play with in whatever way. And then I have some bits left from last year of hers. And I also have these labels. I have her newest Christmas label kit, and then other bits and pieces from her that are left from last year. So I think that about covers that. So let's start at the beginning with decorating. So this needs a little something, doesn't it? You know what would be awesome is like this book belongs to type of thing. I don't know if there's something in here. There's some good sizes here that they're sideways. That's pretty. Oh, yep, that's it. Found it. It's not a who this book belongs to, but it's a very happy way to start this journal. And I like how it goes with the red. So I am going to ink this journal. Had I used that old book, I would not have inked because literally the pages would not have withstood it. But, oh, you know what I want to do? Talk amongst yourselves. Someone suggested that I use a water bottle on my ink pad because this one's at the end of its life. I've ordered some new ones, but they haven't come yet. So I'm just going to give that a try and see if that helps me out a little bit, because I'm telling you, I can't get any ink out of this bad boy. And they do end up finally being, oh yeah, that helps a lot. Maybe I didn't need to order a new one. I don't know. I just want to be able to lightly put my thing in there and have it ink, and it is. Okay, well, thank you for those that gave me that good advice. Doesn't have to be a lot on the edge. I just want to age it up a little bit and frame the pages. So, yes, I'm so excited I'm going to do this start to finish because that's what was requested. And you know your wish is my command. Okay, so let's put this little guy on there. I think this is going to have kind of all styles of Christmas. It's not going to be like 1950s or Victorian or anything. I'm just going to use what I feel like using of Rachel's digitals. Okay, so I can get this on straight. Probably be a small miracle, but I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm just going to put that there. And then, oh, you know what? I have a, this book belongs to stamp. I have to remember to get it out. I can't get to it right now. It's buried in Christmas. Okay, this page is just going to stay blank. And see, this one, I'm thinking I could use for big labels on, maybe. The bigger ones should. Yeah, even that one. Oh, it's close, though. All good wishes for a happy Christmas is kind of nice. But it's just a little too iffy as far as covering goes. I want a square one like that. So I think I might have to keep my water bottle over here. I'm gonna ink the rest of the edges, but I'll do that off camera of the pages. Because I already did one. You don't need to see me do all those. Not straight, not even close. There we go. Okay. I'm going to switch out my glue sticks. This one, it's not quite gone, but it's getting close and makes things difficult. So, new glue stick. Okay, so I will distress the edges of all of this. Okay, then we have this. And I'm not sure, but I'm thinking one of these, maybe this one, could cover that. And then what? Some of these were sideways, weren't they? I don't know if they're wide enough. That's kind of cute, huh? What's this one? Nope, it's up and down. It's good to remind myself what's in here. Okay, I think I'm just going to do that. Yeah, and hopefully this video we can get you know, the pockets that we just made, we can get those done. Love me a little altered book. Haven't done one since I did a Shirley Temple altered book start to finish on my Patreon channel. Oh man, that was a fun project. you know, just so different with the things that I was able to use, you know, bows and little girly things and things from, you know, the 50s or whatever. It was a fun project and turned out awesome. It was a hard one to let go, but I did. Let's see. Oh, having trouble with my straightness here. There we go. Okay, and that'll all be distressed too. Then this side. Let's use a fun paper on there. Actually, I was thinking about a writing space. Let's use this paper, and then it's also a writing space. So now the beauty of the template, if you don't, you know, bury it under your papers, is you've got an easy reference for getting the pages ready. I'm using my straight ruler. I have used my deckled ruler too, and it's great too. I just thought I'd do something different and have the edges a little more straight. Now this is a good scrap, isn't it? Because it's still a little bit rough, but not super rough. These edges pretty much already look distressed. Okay. Alrighty then, we're just gonna pop that there. And I pretty much use glue stick for the most part in my altered books. If I had something heavier, I'd use art glitter glue, but you know, it's quicker and it seems to hold very well. So that's what I'm using. Now, these pages will tend to be a bit curly because of the wet, you know, the wetness of the glue stick. But after I'm done working in it, I will just I'll just put it upside down so the weight's on there. Maybe put a book on it and they'll straighten right out. Okay, now I have a little label needed right there and right there. So let's use these. I really wanted to use this. I like how it kind of goes with the other page, but it brings in more green, so that'll work. And then I think we'll use the other kind of label on the next page. I am generous with the glue too, I will say. I don't think I used too much. I think I used the right amount. Okay, then let's see if one of these will cover. Will this size cover? No, it won't. But I could put a little paper behind it, couldn't I? Let's find a label that we want to use. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. Okay, so let's then see what we might have to put behind that. Let's look at these damask papers. Maybe that would be nice. I knew I'd probably cut into this guy in a pretty quick hurry because I love it. Okay, crowd myself out here. Let's get things situated. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this right about here because I mainly want red and green. So that's a yummy scrap. And let's see. Let's tear off like about a ruler width there. Yummy yet again. And we'll go right about there. My husband's upstairs making a cheesecake. As you know, I am filmed ahead because we have volleyball tournaments right now, are coming up. And so anyway, my husband is making Addie's favorite kind of cheesecake. So she'll have a little cheesecake before her, or after her games. I would imagine after. Because you don't want to be playing volleyball on a piece of cheesecake in your tummy. Could slow you down. Could slow you down. Okay. Let's get that all inked. Thank you for waiting for me before I got the water. That has helped. That has helped until I get my new stamp pad. Okay, and I'm going to do this one too. It's got a little white from where I tore it, so I'm excited for him though. He loves it. I've told you before, his love language is food. Feeding his loved ones is just his favorite. So if you haven't tried an altered book, if you've been making journals and you haven't tried one, I do think they're super fun. And you know, it's fun to do something different. I mean, I just did something different with my tall skinny document journal. That was fun. Now I'm doing this. Then I can get back to kind of my normal journals, I guess you'd call them, and have had a little refresher with something different, you know? Okay, there's that. Ooh, I love that. Love that paper. Okay, so we're to our first pocket because this will remain blank. One of these book weights is very handy doing an altered book, I must say. And you can find them on Gail's Favorite Things on my website. My website's gailaugustinelli.com. But you can find them there, and they are, oh, I love that. They are just really fun to have to hold your pages as you go. And it's my friend Peggy back in the Happy Mail days sent me that, and I was like, oh, gotta put that on my favorite things because it is so helpful. So helpful. Okay. So that is going to go on here. So I am going to first give it a little something around the edges and then glue it in. So basically, we're kind of back to where I started on that other one, although I hadn't put all the labels and stuff in the front on that other book. I'm disappointed that it didn't work, and I don't know if what I made for the cover of this one is necessarily gonna, because I made it with that other book in mind. So I don't know that it's going to work on this one particularly, so I might have to do something else on the cover of this one. But we'll worry about the cover later. See what the inside tells us to do here. Okay, I am going to just remove those clips for a moment while I get this in place. And I am going to start at the edge and get that evened up and then fold it back. Okay. And let me grab a little paper towel. Got a little extra there. Okay. All right. So there is that side. I am going to put a thumb hole in that so I don't forget what I'm doing here. And it's a little tricky and it's not the best to be doing it when it's wet, but it worked. So that's awesome. I'm just going to do this because if we glue it down, it's not as easy to distress, and I do want my edges distressed. Okay, so then here's all our turnout pages, and here's the back of our pocket. Okay. So I think we might as well just glue that. So I'm going to take my art glitter glue and glue these two sides, but I'm going to give you a little tip that is maybe the best thing that you could know when you're making an altered book, and I'll show you in just a second. I'm going to get the glue in place. Like that. Close your book and pull. That is the secret to pages that are well lined up, and you're not going to have bunching and wrinkling and stuff if you do that. See how nicely that's lined up? That's the secret, truly, to a nice altered book. So, oh gosh, I better see what time it is. I really get sunk in. Okay, we've got time. Okay, so now I'm going to do these two pages. What I do think I will do though is I'm going to take off some of this excess. You'll find with these altered books that you're going to want to have the least amount of bulk as possible. So that just takes out what we have folded over, and that's just helpful. We'll do that on this side too. Making sure I only have one page. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue those two pages down with my glue stick. Just going to get that edge down. Like that. Okay, so there's the pocket for that side. And then this side. Just putting a glue page, book page behind so I don't get it on my book. Okay, so then those two pockets are going to be like that. So let's figure out what we want to do with those as far as covering them goes. Okay, let's just see, what do we have? I mean, this would be nice, wouldn't it? We could get that Santa Claus. That's a possibility. I don't know for sure that's what I want to do. Oh, I like that one. That one would fit too. That Santa would fit. Would those birdies fit? Yes, those are the two I want, I think. After each session, I'm going to have to straighten out my scrap pile. It's getting a bit intense over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I think maybe I'll just mark that a little bit, just like right about there on that one. So this should be about the same. So we'll just put a little line right there. Okay, so we're just going to tear these bits off. And, you know, of course, the wonderful thing about digitals is that if I decide, oh, I want another one of those birds, I can just reprint it. Just do that page. And here, when I tear my paper, the Tim Holtz ruler has these lines across. That's how I line it up to be straight, is I use that ruler line, make sure it's straight there, it's straight on the bottom, and rip, and it's going to be straight every time. So just a little hint there. Okay, those two are real cute. They're going to go there. So now we need something for this side. And I mean, why not go with, I'm going to go right to the end of the E here and use this half. I'm just going to look here. Oh, I don't want to use Santa because he'd be halfway covered up. So what else do we have? Ooh, this would be pretty. How about this along that side? That'd be nice. Okay. Use the other one as my measure, and I am allowing a bit extra for to go into the pocket, if you know what I mean. So that one's going to go there. This one is going to go there. And these papers are so beautiful that they don't require a whole lot of other decoration, just other than the paper. Okay, so how many times do you have to keep squirting it so it stays wet? Maybe you do. But this looks a whole lot better until my other ones come. Okay, I'm not going to do that edge because it's going to be hidden. This needs all four edges. I'll do the actual book pages themselves off camera just to save us from watching too much inking. Although, maybe you guys didn't know about spraying your pad with water and that's helpful. I don't know. At least it's going to get the last vestiges of ink out of it. Like, honestly, I just re-inked this pad like 2 days ago. It is just so sadly done. Okay, that's gonna go there. And then we can start gluing. Okay. Let's do this thing, people. Okay, we'll just put this one on first, because why not go from left to right here? So usually what I do is I get all the pages decorated, and then I'll go back and, well, first of all, find stuff to go in the pockets and all of that, but then I'll go back and see, like, could this use a little label or a little sprig of holly or something else to make it more interesting. And, you know, one other thing about an altered book is it does save you in sewing the signature, which I know a lot of people have said that's just their least favorite thing to do. Now, we could wrap over, but I am not minding seeing a few of the book words, the letters, you can see a bit on the edge, and I kind of like that. So there is that. I think I better get a new glue page. Okay, water, you need to be out of my way. If you're going to be here, you need to be out of my way. Okay. This little one. And then remember that in between the pocket and this page, there are, what I do, 4 pages pulled out. So I want it to line up here, but I also kind of want it to be similar at height as the other page. Okay, and this one. All right. Yep, that's pretty good. I'm going to call that good. Okay. So now what we need to do is glue the pockets. So I am going to, oh, you know what? I need to do the edge of the pocket. Sorry about that, with the ink first. Otherwise, it's going to be too hard when it's all done. Was somebody yelling that? Did you notice that I heard you? You guys send me good energy sometimes, you know. Well, pretty much most of you, the vast majority, send good energy all the time. Okay, and then I can glue that down, and I can distress this edge later. Okay, so let's get this glued down. There and there. And what am I going to do? I'm going to close the book and pull towards myself. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it this way, glue down here, and here, and close and pull. Okay. There we go there. How we doing? Oh, it looks like, oh yeah, we've got about 5 minutes or something. Okay, so I think we just may get to the whole thing that we did here. Okay, so this is going to be nothing. This is going to be a side pocket. So I think I'm going to put coffee dyed paper on this side. Just another little writing space. Kind of looking for a paper that wasn't super thick, but this is pretty thick, but it'll work. Okay. So we are going to get this torn the size of the template. You can use that on another page. Okay, and this. Okay, stamp on that. And I'm just going to put that down here. Now, one example of going back and decorating is I might put a little fussy cut here or something, or a stamp or whatever, you know, just something to make it interesting, even though it's a big writing space. Because you do have to think about writing space in this, though. I will use coffee dyed cardstock for the journal cards to go in this pocket and the one that we started with. Let me just get this lined up. Okay. Okay. Not sticking. I must not have got glue right there. That's all right. I'll just put a little bit of art glitter glue and that will be good. Okay. So there is a writing page. Not really happy with how that glued in, but maybe it just needs to dry. Okay, so we need a something there that is kind of decorative page. Let's see. I think I'm going to save this one for the end. It looks kind of New Year's-y to me. I don't know. Why do I think of cherubs as ooh, that one. I like this. Why do I think of cherubs as New Year's? I don't know, but I just kind of do. Okay, template. All right. Well, I think I have a little time. We have a meeting to go to for Medicare. Will be this afternoon, but I think I'm going to do one more video. So I'm going to keep working, and it'll probably, well, depending, it'll probably work around some of the theme days, but okay. So this is going to go here. Ooh, I like that a lot. Okay. Let's distress the edges a bit. Might take a minute and distress these pages before I start filming part 2. But I hope you're enjoying this. I hope the people that asked will be happy and feel like I fulfilled their request. Okay. Glue. We need glue. Okay, I'll get a new one. Let that one dry. I'm getting through this book. Going to have more glue pages. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to use that book that I was trying to use as the altered book. I don't think I'm going to use it as glue pages because they're not super rag paper, but they're a light rag paper. And there we go. So there's that page. I'm going to, once again, clip a little here. The middle-ish. I don't know if that's in the middle particularly, but I want it a little bigger. Okay. So I think that, yeah, we're close to being done here. So maybe I should just call it a day on this one. Other than I'm gonna keep filming because I'm gonna keep going. Have another hour or more that I could. So, okay. Well, there we go. Let's flip through quickly what we did. We just covered some of the writing. And we've got a writing page there. Lots of writing spots at the beginning. And then, oh, that one came undone. I gotta glue that again. When we get to decorating, this will be a big cardstock, coffee dyed cardstock is what it will be. Not sure why you didn't grab, but probably was, if you're doing one of these at home and you're not filming, you know, make sure it can dry in between pages. I mean, I just keep going because I'm on video, but that's a better strategy. I know one thing while we have a little bit of time I can look at. See, this was what I was going to put on the other. Let me grab that journal and show you. See, I thought this would be cute just right there, but I don't think, I mean, I don't care for that. It needs to be bigger. It needs to be a bigger topper. So, hang on one second. Ooh, I do have a couple others that I did the other day. How about that? I think I'll put some lace behind her. I think she's going to be the topper. This is cute too, but I think she's going to be the one. Okay, well, that decision's made. So I will let you go. Have a grateful day. Be kind always. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.